Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The next lesson we have for today is geometric sequences. The one we just did a few minutes ago earlier was on arithmetic sequences. The difference between these two, on the arithmetic sequences, it was addition, okay? On the geometric ones, it's multiplication. That's how you go from one to another to another. A lot of times they're not going to tell you which one it is, so you're going to actually have to look at it and determine yourself to say, hey, I'll just use, how did they, number one, okay, how did they go from 40 to 20 and then to 10, okay? They're not subtracting something, because if they were subtracting the same number, 40 to 20 is 20, right? And then a 10 is only 10. So it's not addition or subtraction. But what it is multiplication, okay? The way they went from 40 to 20 is they multiplied by 0.5, okay? And then from 20 to 10, you multiply by 0.5. So how did they determine it was 0.5, okay? Or like, look at the next one. It's 1 to 3 to 9 to 27. How did they determine this? They used a simple formula that we've used before, okay? So 1x equals 3. So what did they multiply 1 times to get 3? Okay, let's solve for x. Okay, we divide by 1. We divide both sides by 1. X equals 3. So we solve for x. We go to the top one. We got 40. 40 x equals 20. We want to solve for x. What did they multiply x by to get 20? Okay, so we divide by 40, both sides. Divide that side by 40, divide this side by 40. These two 40s cross each other out. 20 over 40 can be reduced to 2 over 4 equals 2 over 4, but it also equals 1/2. So that's what they multiply by. So that's how I figured what the multiplication part was, okay? Now, let's erase this, okay? You already kind of seen how we did this, okay? That's how we solve each one of these, okay? We just go down one by one by one, and we can solve. But we can see quickly that it's not addition or subtraction problem, okay? Because that's sometimes easy to spot. The multiplication's a little harder, okay? But now you know how to find what the common ratio is R, okay? So on the first one, the common ratio is 0.5, okay? So you can multiply to get the sixth one. You take 5 times 0.5 equals 2.5. So that's the next answer, is 2.5. Okay, you take the next one. You look for the common ratio. We just solved it was for 3. Okay, so it'll be 27. 27 times the common ratio, 3, equals 81. And that's the next number. So you see how we just went down like this? But what they did do, okay, you ready? So now I'm just asking for the next number. What happens if I said, hey, what's the 8th number? Okay? Or what's the 20th number? You'd be saying, whoa, I got to do all these all the way up to 20? No, that's too hard. Okay, too hard. So they came up with a formula. It's right here. Okay? Right there. It's a to the nth, okay, so that'd be a to the 20th, equals a to the first, which would be 1, okay, times r, okay, which is the common ratio, which we know is 3, raised to the nth, okay, which is the term you want, okay. So you want the 20th term, so it'd be 20 minus 1 would be 19. So it'd be 3 raised to the 19th power. And that's the answer, okay? I'm just going to do it like, I'll just do this example for number 2, okay? And I'm going to raise that just to the 5th, just so you can see how that works, okay? So we got a to the nth, okay? So I'm going to write a to the 5th, okay, because we already solved that, a to the fifth, equals a, which was 1. That was the first term, 1, okay? The r times, I'm just going to do a times here just so you can see it, 3. And now we're going to do 5, because that's the term we want, 5. And it says minus 1. So it comes down to a to the fifth equals 1 times 3 to the fourth. Okay? You can do this on your calculator, 3 to the fourth, okay? Or you can do it out 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. But don't forget, if we were doing the 20th, you'd have to do 19 times 3 times. You know, so your calculator can do 3 to the 19th power, okay? And that equals a to the fifth equals 81. So see how the formula works too, okay? And that's it. That's all there is to it, okay? So what you want to do on each one of these, you want to just solve for the ratio and then go to the next one, okay? I'm just going to do the next ones real quick so we can go right through them, okay? Now, on number 3, okay, what's the difference? So we got 96, then it goes to negative 48, then it goes to positive 24. So what would that be, okay? So we could actually just take 96 times what number? 96 times x equals negative 48. Okay? Hey, we've done this before. We could solve this. So we divide each side by 96. 96. Divide by 96. These two cross each other out. And what's this equal? 48 goes into 96. 1/2 equals negative 1/2. Okay, that's it. So now, if we wanted it on the next number, so we have negative 1/2 times negative 12 over 1. I'm just going to put it 12 over 1, okay, because that's the same as 12. Equals, well, you know, a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, so we got a positive, and now we got 12 over 2 equals 6. So the next number would be 6 here. And we'll just keep working down the line, just like that. Okay? Now the next one, I'm just going to tell you what the common ratios are. This common ratio in this one, it's 20. It's 30. X equals 20. Divide both sides by 30. Divide this side by 30. These two zeros cross each other out. It's 2/3. And it's positive. Okay? Now the next one. Okay? And then you just do the 80. 80 over 9 times 2/3 equals 160. 3 times 9, 27. And that's it. And I don't believe we can reduce that anymore. And that's the answer for that one. But you see how we can solve that? Okay, now the next one. Actually, the next one I had worked on. And what it is really the reverse of what we just had. It's negative 3/2. And we just multiply out times there. So that'd be negative 3/2 times 9/4 equals 27. This is negative. So this is a positive 27 over 14. And that can't be reduced anymore either. Okay? Square that off and the teacher knows that's my answer too. But that's all there was to it. But if you get how the formula works, how to find the common ratio, okay? And we've done these algebraic equations before. You know, what times this number equals the next number, okay? And then you just solve for x, okay? It's just bringing back this solving for x thing. Okay, and we've done that plenty of times. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any mathematical friends or any kids or grandkids that are students, share this with them because maybe it'll help them. Okay, maybe it'll explain how to do these things a little easier than they've been explained. Okay, and remember what I always say is math can be fun. Thanks a lot. Take care.